Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Dash Showroads here, welcome back. I am going to show you guys another McDonald's. This time in Ashland, Missouri. Now you may be looking at this and looking like it looks like Fastline. And that is because this McDonald's actually used to be part of Fastline, but then it actually got built over next to it. So I figured I'll show off Fastline, then the McDonald's. If there's any images, because I actually don't know on this one if there is or not. I've been to this location a few times. This one's actually got remodeled, or got, like looking at Google Maps, it looked like it was built, like later on, so there is that. But, if you guys haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. And if you guys, are not interested in this stuff, I do other things too, like reviews and stuff. I actually need to get back into reviewing stores and restaurants, but the holidays and all that have been very crazy. This year in general has been crazy. Because as we're recording this right now, which it may not get uploaded, this year, because, it's like a couple days until December's over, and we start our new year. This might not get uploaded by then, but I'm trying to get the videos caught up. But, if I do end up uploading it, I think it's gonna be on, I don't know, it's like I think the 27th or 28th. So, yeah. But you guys can also follow me on Instagram and, Twitter. And all that. Make sure you guys have threads, too. Or I guess I keep forgetting Twitter's called X now. You guys can follow me on X. I'm not sure why they rebranded it to freaking X. I know Twitter was not the greatest place, but I'm like, still, I kind of feel like calling it Twitter, I'm like, it beats the whole point of saving it, but, I don't know. But, anywho, enough about that. Let's go ahead and look at maps here. Let's see if we can find something. It looks like this gas station's open 24 hours. That's pretty interesting. Speaking of interesting, another thing that's interesting about this location where this McDonald's is at is looking it up. It will not show up the Ashland location will not show up. And this was going on at my dad's too. It would not show it off. I'm not sure why, because it would have been closer than the Columbia ones, but the Columbia ones would show up. But it would not show up the Ashland location. So I'm wondering if there are other locations that were like this too, that's kind of the thing, So it's like kind of weird, but it kind of goes with the whole, McDonald's rebranding all their locations into the ugly, modern designs and all that, and people saying there's not that many of them left, which there really isn't, but, it makes me wonder how many of them are actually still around, we may not know about, It's kind of interesting, It could be like the Radio Shack stuff, where a lot of people for the longest time thought Radio Shack was gone, and then it turns out there's still some remaining, just they're not as well known about, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I guess to be fair, those do pull up on maps, but I don't know. But let's go ahead and actually do this now. So let's look at some photos. Looks kind of modern there. Actually, it looks like they were redoing something there. I don't know about the looks of that, but that was like 4 years ago. But see that built that side there. That's where the McDonald's was at, and actually, I think you can still see resemblance of it inside. I think It's been gone there for like almost 10 years now. Next year I think would be 10 years it's been gone, so. But you can see what it looks like in there. It's very like, it looks, again, the flooring kind of looks all kind of like that now. I think a lot of them do that because it doesn't show dirt. My problem is with these floors though is, yeah, it doesn't show dirt, which makes it, but it kind of makes it look kind of worse in my opinion, because now it looks it looks like this color. And also, you can't really see where the dirt was at. I was talking about that at my dad's house, too. I'm like, he basically changed his floors and stuff. That way, it doesn't show as much dirt. But I'm like, I'm telling him, I'm like, it's not going to show a bunch of dirt, but it's also going to be, it won't show a bunch of dirt, but... but then it's harder to clean it when you can't see the dirt as much, But, I don't know. But there's the building here too. It looks actually pretty nice there. That's 8 years ago, but see the thing's already gone. Some reviews here. There's a Phillips 66 gas station is what it's called, but it's called Fastline. Now, Fastline gas stations are part of the Phillips 66 stuff, though. Also, there's not really a lot of photos there, is there? Not it, really? There aren't that many photos. Well, let's see if we can find... Oh, only 4 years ago. We may not actually be able to do anything there. I don't know. Well, what was it before? It says 12 years ago. Well, it was a fast lane 12 years ago. That's where McDonald's was at. And that was like 2013, and that's 2008. Well, see, that's the McDonald's there, though. It already has like a flat roof design, though. But I think, though, if you actually go out further, though, you can actually see... You can actually go out here and see it. There's the Shell gas station there too. Let's see that. You can see the red roof a little bit on the gas station, but it's not really there. But you can see that they were building a new one here. But see how long ago that. See how fast that was, though? Or, I mean, how long it took them to build that there? But that's what it looks like, kind of, now. It looks like that boring, newer design. But, see, that's where it was at. I don't know if I have any photos of it in the inside, but it looks like they were redoing a lot of it, though. Because, you can see that it's, that even the building itself was getting changed, too. To the more gray looking design. There's like a little car wash there too. Now I don't know what's all down this way, but there's that subway there too. I think that subway's been there for years though. I guess it got built a little afterwards. In like 2009 it looks like, but it's still been there for a while. Well, I guess you can't really see a lot of it, unfortunately. Well, let me go ahead and pull up the other thing in a second. Let me cut to that. It's like this this McDonald's. Oh, it says, wait, it says delivery now. Okay, I guess I was gonna say, does it close at 9? But no, it closes at 11 p.m. So it actually closes later. Yeah, you can see what it looks like here, though. I like the little yellow chairs here, but again, it looks more like a Starbucks and less like a McDonald's. It looks very empty inside there, though. But it has that design there, a lot of them have gotten more and more simple over time. So this one's not like as simple and ugly as the ones in Jeff. It's still ugly, but it doesn't look as ugly. It's like the ceiling up there. You can see the little ceiling up there. But yeah, I don't go to this location a lot. I kind of, I'm kind of haven't been there a lot. Actually, I haven't been going to McDonald's a lot at all, really. I mean, I went there for their, when they were selling their toy things, or their McDonald's and stuff. But I don't think I've been to that one in a little bit. But I was buying the McDonald's Land stuff because I'm trying to, I want them to bring back the McDonald's Land characters. But I quit buying the stuff because I was like, it was getting kind of expensive and all that. Also, look, it's Ronald McDonald. Unfortunately, they don't really have them a lot anymore. Got some yellow chairs there. You guys can see, though, what it looks like. I figured, too, while I'm at it, I might show you guys some photos of, because I was going to do this in the future, but I didn't think this video was going to be this short. I mean, I could just keep it short like this, but I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just show it off the other stuff real quick. I want to show you guys, there's some McDonald's that have, different colored roofs, so I wanted to show you guys it. So we're going to go through each color of the rainbow and try to see if they're, which ones had which. I do know there were green roof McDonald's, and there were some blue ones, some, not a lot. So I'll show you guys that too. But I don't know if there were any orange or yellow roof ones. That actually would have been kind of cool to see a yellow roof McDonald's. But I will show you guys that in a few. What is that? Was it the dandelion calf? What the heck is that? Hold on. What is that? Sorry, I don't know what. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Interesting. Sorry if you guys can hear the heater in the background too. It sounds kind of funny. It's like making a funny sound. I'm not sure why. There's updates, huh? Is it still open? I don't know. It says calf though, so I'm gonna assume they sell coffee, and I don't really like coffee a lot. I mean, they might have other things too, but I don't know. But I'll be back in a second. I figure we might as well show the red roof ones up. I know I've already showed off a bunch of them, but I figured I might as well show off the red roof ones. Also, if you guys look at this, what's really funny here too with these McDonald's is a lot of times the buildings, the roofs will get painted when they get abandoned. I'm not sure why. Oh, there's a green one there. That's the green one. But yeah, we got the red ones here. That's the gray one there. Now I've showed one of those off. It says the Manster roof or something like that. That's what it's called. That's what this design was called. I don't know. It's kind of, that's what I think it's called. That's one there too. That's kind of like it. That one though is like not that one doesn't have a sun roof on it. The one in Kansas City, Missouri has a sunroof in it. I've been to that one, but didn't get to go inside of it. Yeah, there's the red ones. Now I'll show you guys. Let's see if there's any orange ones. I think there might be, but I don't know. Are there any orange ones? What is it? I don't know why it's stuck like that. Okay, just do all anytime. Anytime. There we go. Got orange. I don't know if I see any orange ones or not. There's an orange looking one there. That's in like another country. Yeah, I don't see any orange ones though. I guess there isn't really any orange ones. There's the old school ones there. I don't know if that list has been updated since, because I'm sure there's been more that have been remodeled. Now, one of them was not listed, but I think it was still around, and that was the one that I showed off. That's an older school design that was in it was in Springfield, Missouri. That's the one that had an older school design. I still need to do that list, but I mean they've updated it a little bit because McDonald's is going out of their trouble to remodel all their locations pretty much. I don't see it. I don't know. I guess maybe that might be an orange one. Yeah, that's like an orangish one there. That's kind of like what was in that I think that other area, right? The one you see in that Reddit photo though, that's actually this one. I think that was actually an orange location. It looks like it has a more of a caramel look to it. But yeah, that one was actually demolished. In the middle of this year, it was demolished. I did a comment on it before it was demolished, but I don't know if people are gonna see it. But I was pissed about that, because I'm like, I want them to. But yeah, there's that there just. But that's like a younger person. It looks like there. But yeah, people like I said, people in my generations too, also kind of miss this stuff too. That's what I'm saying. It's like people want all this cool stuff back, but it's like fading away, and it's because it's supposed to not cost as much money, but it ends up becoming more and more expensive. But let's see if there's some yellow ones. We saw like one picture of orange, so it must not be very common. But I'm sure there were probably maybe a few out there. But let's check and see if there's any yellow ones. All right, let's see here. Got some yellow ones. I don't know if there is or not. There's that. There's the turquoise McDonald's there, or that's in like in Arizona. They had to make it turquoise because of they had to keep a certain color, or I think a certain color in the area. But it actually doesn't have the roof on it. And I don't remember if I showed that one off or not, but which location's this? Oh, sorry. Oh, that's there's no sound on it. I guess YouTube's glitching again. Yeah, these are the replies. Looks good, A plus. Huh, hail my man, clean. Yeah, interesting. Okay, well, let's get back to that then. I didn't know it was gonna take me to a video, but then I saw YouTube down there. I like how his title says or his or her title says that that it's like that, but then like responds to the comment and like agreeing with the other person. I'm like, why do you say it's boring and all that when you do that? Ooh, this one looks interesting. It's actually kind of nice. Not as fancy as that other location that I showed off. I actually just uploaded that one. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. That interesting looking location. What the heck is that on top of it? Oh yeah, it's like demolished. Oh yeah, there's the UFO one. I want to show you guys that one in the future too. Now that one's been remodeled too. You guys could probably tell by the way it looks. It's been remodeled, but it actually still, looks like an actual UFO. So they didn't just cheap out and make it look like boring, but they did get rid of because it actually had a blue roof on it. I'll have to show you guys that in the future though. But I want to show you guys more of the colored ones. And I don't see any yellow ones. So I guess maybe they don't have yellow ones. Let's see. Alright, well let me go ahead and check, because I know there are green ones. Here you guys go. You guys can see that. Well, that one has a sunroof on it. That's interesting. Yeah, that's a green roof one. There's actually a couple. There's actually a couple that were different shades of green. But yeah, that's what was interesting though. But I don't think I saw the sunroof one before. Look, there's a one there. Now, from what I could gather, though, like looking at least one of them inside, it looked like an ordinary McDonald's. It was the outside that looked more like that made it stand out more. Now look at that one too. That's a weird looking one. But yeah, there's a few. There really isn't a ton, but there were different colored roof ones. And I know there were blue. I don't know if there were purple, but there were some blue ones. Yeah, see, these are the ones I was talking about when I was showcasing. Yeah, see, that one? That's the design that I was showing there. And this is an even worse looking one. This one looks like shit. This one looks fucking just like a damn Starbucks. Like, you can literally, it's literally hard to tell what it, it looks a lot like a Starbucks. You know? Like here's what a Starbucks will look like here. See, that's what a Starbucks looks like. I mean, I guess it looks a little bit different, but it looks very similar, and a lot of them, including like Dunkin' Donuts and all of that, or I guess it's called Dunking now, because they don't really focus on the donuts anymore, which I think is kind of stupid. They probably should do more of that, but I don't know, but that's kind of what that looks like. So you can kind of see that they all look very similar. Like, it's very hard to kind of tell what they are at times. But yeah, that's kind of what it looks like there. That one kind of looks unique, though. I kind of like that one. I don't remember when Starbucks, when Starbucks, was when it first came out. I do know Starbucks used to have apparently a nude sign of the mermaid. You could actually see her breast, which was kind of crazy. Like, I can't believe they actually had that, like, at all. That's actually crazy. But yeah, I don't know who the Starbucks person's based off of, but I do know, I think they kind of started the trend and all that, and other places kind of copied them. But yeah, I don't know. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna finish showing you guys the other colored ones. But yeah, that's kind of what all that kind of looks like. Yeah, they look similar, but anywho, I better get. I'm gonna show you guys the blue McDonald's now because there are some I think blue ones out there because there was the UFO one, and I think I found others. Here you guys go. See that? That's what the blue one looks like. See, they are around, but they are like very rare. There's a blue one there, so they actually keep a little bit of color there. So they actually in New Jersey, they actually have a blue one. So hey, at least they didn't make it gray. They actually kept the blue. That's pretty nice. It still kind of looks like crap, but it doesn't look as bad. Oh yeah, I forgot about this location too. See this one? This one's I've seen this one. I don't know if it's the exact one. It might be a little bit different because I don't remember the pillar thing at the top of it or the that. But I remember like I'm seeing that there was a location with the blue gutters instead of the yellow or white ones. That's actually pretty bizarre. But yeah, we got this one here too. See, this is a McDonald's location too that has a blue sign instead of yellow. But it's the only location to have that. But from what I can gather, there wasn't really much else very interesting about it. It just looked like that. But I don't know. But yeah, there's like a few. There really isn't a lot, though. Because, like I've said, most of the locations were, yellow. Not yellow, I mean, they were red roofs. But every so often, you would find one with a, different color. That one's got a brown roof on it, too. And that one's still in business. Because I mentioned some of them when they shut them down, they just painted the roofs. Again, I don't know why they do it. They just do. There is a yellow roof one. It looks like there's a yellow one. What is this? No. What the heck? Oh, these stupid ads. I'm sorry. These ads. Huh, okay. Interesting. I don't know. But yeah, there's that location. I don't know why it said that, because I wasn't really... I don't know what the heck's going on there. Sorry, I think the internet's messing up again, too. The internet's been messing up a lot lately. And it's been happening not just here. I've been noticing it at other places, too. It's just kind of bad. Oh my gosh, come on. Hold on, let me pause it real quick, because I'm going to change I'm going to retype in something, because I want to see if there's a purple one, too. Let's see if we can get it to load. God, I swear. I know the internet's not slow anymore, but my God, I feel like it's crashing a lot more. Hold on, I'm trying to, like, get it to load. I may have to type it back in. Hang on. Alright, here we go. What the heck is this location? In Brazil? It looks like the White House, but it's Grimace. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if the president, like, did that? Or if a president did that? Actually, it would be funny if Trump actually, like, just imagine, like, instead of Trump building his ballroom, he actually did that. I mean, he did do that whole thing where he worked at McDonald's for a day and all that. I mean, I don't really care for Trump that much, but I'm not gonna lie, that would have been pretty funny if he actually. That was pretty funny when he worked at McDonald's and all that. Ooh, hello. That one looks kind of that looks kind of purplish. What is that? Huh. There's that photo again. I was like, I thought that's what that was. I was trying to see. Is this McCaff? Yeah, I forgot McDonald's had a thing called McCaff, but it ended up failing. I don't know why the hell they wanted to spin it off to something. I'm like, why? Like, I get that. Like, why would McDonald's make a thing called McCaff when you guys already have McDonald's and you guys literally have been changing your restaurants into and remodeling them into like Starbuckses and all that to do that. I don't really get that. I don't know. There's also the McDonald Land stuff there too. I actually got those. I didn't get Ronald McDonald. I wanted to get Ronald McDonald, but I didn't. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, there's this McDonald's too. This one's still around. This one's actually got like a little. Actually, I don't think this is the one I was thinking of. That's a light show. There's one in there's a McDonald's in Florida that has like a Sea World looking view to it. They haven't. I don't think they've remodeled it yet either. Like, I'm not really sure what's going on at McDonald's. So I think they did get a new CEO. I think. I know Target did. Target's gonna have a new CEO. I'm actually gonna make a video at some point talking about Target. But yeah, they made like a whole thing with that. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of strange though. But yeah, McDonald's has had quite a few like themed locations over the years. They even had their boat in St. Louis. Now, they do have some that are still around that I'm going to showcase, but I wish I could just go to them. But again, I can't drive, and I have nobody to go with, so, it's kind of hard to do some of that stuff, but... This New Jersey is what it says. I think there's only one original McDonald's left in New Jersey, and actually, ironically, it's the first one with that 1970s design, or I guess late 60s, 1970s. I like to say the 70s because that's when it became more of a thing. It became more of a thing and all that, and not just that, but it's a lot easier to kind of just to compare it to the 60s, because the 60s for the most part still used the original look, but they started making more of them after that, so yeah, I don't know. Interesting artwork. But yeah, I don't think there was really. I mean, it looked like that one might have been a purple. I don't know, but it just looks like it's purple fading. So I don't know. I was just curious. There's a toy there too. It looks like. I don't know. I think the last color I'll showcase because I've showed off some some black. I was just doing mainly the colors, but I'll go ahead and do pink because I don't think I've done pink yet. So hang on, we'll do that. Actually, maybe I should do a white too. I'll do a white as well. Why not? We'll do pink first and then white. Wait, what? I'm not gonna probably do anything there. There's a pink design. Is that actually real or is that photoshopped? I mean, I'm not even sure. That would be kind of funny if they actually did that. I don't know though. I don't know if they got a pink location or not. I think mainly we've seen black roofs, we've seen red, we've seen blue and green, but I don't think there's really been any other colors. I guess there's been a little bit of orange, but it kind of looks more like a golden brownish color, like a caramel color than orange. I think there's been some. When did McDonald's get rid of the red roofs, the red and white? It says when did it says it's talking about the original design. But it says but it's not talking about that's the old design. It's not talking about the 70s design. It's talking about the 50s design, which is this one. So I'm not sure why it's doing that, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that was a thing or not. I don't know. But yeah, I'll probably watch that one there. Because that video, the retro one. Just to see it. But I'm sure a lot of them are gone. But I think I've seen that gal. One of them, I don't know, they were recording there was a golf ball themed one. One person got kicked out recording it, and then they demolished it. I'm just like, again, I know people some people are mixed on recording buildings, but I'm like, it would have been nice to have a recording of something before they got rid of it, that's kind of the thing, so I'm just like, it's just like, so other people can experience it too, even though it's no longer around, that's what I'm saying, I'm like, some people are kind of split on that, even on the internet. Some people have argued with me and all that, and I'm like, again, people are trying to preserve the memories. That's why they do this stuff, because it's not going to last. But, yeah, I don't know. But I will go ahead and I'll do the white one, and then I'll be done. Let's see if there's been any white ones. It looks like there's a red. So that's interesting with the red logo. And there's a blue one. There's a single one. Yeah, I've seen some of those. Those are pretty hard to come across, too. I haven't seen a lot of those. But I don't see anything there. I didn't think there would be any. There's that animal one, though. I haven't seen a lot of the other ones. I just figured maybe some of them would have kept the, the red roof or the, like a white roof, because of, the original ones were pretty much all white. Yeah, I think there's like a few like different colored McDonald's, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. I'm not sure if that one's at New Jersey or not. There was one at New Jersey that looked kind of like this, but yeah, see, it has the white on it. A lot of the locations, didn't even have the white on them. They just put a different color on top of them, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'll probably, look up some of the videos there, maybe I can show you guys some different themed ones, because I want to show you guys some cool looking locations too. I really want to show you guys the UFO one, because that one's actually really cool looking, and that one I've seen some footage of it, but it's been a little while, so. But I'm going to go ahead and let the video go. I hope you guys enjoy this. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.